What do you want to be in the vlog? I'll put your name.
Alright, so yesterday I went and hung all of my art. I cannot express the sheer relief I felt doing that. Hung it all up, and it looks so good. I'm really happy with like the layout we chose. I like how it looks next to the other art up in the gallery. I think it's a good contrast. We've got a photographer in there, and he has lots of smaller work for the most part in small frames where they're like really clustered. And we've got another artist in there. He's actually Max Grover, so the guy the gallery is like named for, he's the one who started the gallery. And it's in a huge variety of sizes, and again, more clustered, but not quite as much as the photographer. And then my stuff is like large paintings, and they're like more spaciously set. And then day after tomorrow is gallery walk. So today I need to edit. Last month's vlog, get that all ready, and then I also, if I have time, I'm going to pick out the outfit for gallery walk, refine the details ahead of time. I always mean to do that, and then I end up rushing through it in the last hour before gallery walk. I'd like to go a little bit early so I can check out a couple of galleries first, because I'll need to be at the gallery representing my art the whole night, so I won't be able to do what I normally do, which is walk around to a million places. But I am looking forward to it a lot. I think I know what I'm gonna wear. I also need to iron the pants, because I'm pretty confident in the pants I want to wear, and they just really need ironed. Alright, I have a lot of work to do today. I want to get this video done today. Yeah, I just want to get a lot of stuff off my plate. I want to be able to relax after this. So I think part of that is doing all the work for the show, but also part of that is doing all the work in my regular life. I'll see you in a bit. So I'm going to admit I cannot remember what I have filmed already. It's like the 8th. I don't know if I filmed an intro to this vlog yet. If not, welcome to the vlog. It was pretty crazy because the show is happening right now, and I had gallery night where I was standing and representing my art, and it was like both anticlimactic and so much at once that I just lost track of everything. I really wanted to vlog it really nicely for you, share the experience with you, but ultimately it was just so chaotic. So I didn't. So I went down to gallery walk early, and I brought cookies, and I brought some flowers from my garden to add to the floral arrangement, because I thought some like really intensely bright green would be really cool in the flower arrangement to kind of go with the art. So I did that, and they looked really good mixed in. We had those, I don't know what they're called, and then we had some like really gorgeous, rich, velvety red Gerbera daisies, which are some of my favorites, and some yellowy green snapdragons making some very nice shapes alongside that. So the flowers were really nice, and it was just like a really strange waiting game. I was both super hype and like really tired already. I made the very poor decision to spend the early day walking around for a couple of hours, even though I knew that I was going to be standing all night, basically from 5 till 8, or from 4 till 8. So I've made smarter decisions in my life, I will admit, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It started off slow, and it was generally slower than most gallery walk nights I've seen. I didn't sell anything that night, but it would be so easy to feel bad about that, but honestly, I just can't, because there were a lot of factors going on. It was kind of an odd night for gallery walk. It's really more like luck, I think. Like just tough luck. So there were the April 5th protests, and my town had one, but so a lot of people were doing that in my town, and then also that, and then it was also the first day that our farmers market opens up for the season, and that's like a big deal here. Like, I see people online like being like, "Oh, you shop at the farmers market," kind of like making fun of it, whatever. But like, farmers market in my town is a big deal. Everyone goes. It's a huge thing. Lots of people get their produce there for a good part of the year. There's art vendors, there's like food trucks and coffee trucks and just all kinds of stuff. It's a really big deal. And so it was the first day that was, and it was packed. It was like the first sunny day in a while, so all that combined to, I think, people being way more tired than they were expecting for gallery walk. Like, it just wasn't very crowded anywhere. So yeah, that's part of it. There wasn't a big crowd. Like, I don't think I saw anything be sold except for stuff by the most well-known artist there. Max Grover himself had art on the wall, and I definitely saw one piece of his sold. I don't know if there might have been another one, but seriously, I've been to gallery walks where the whole show is sold out in a single night. Seriously, things were not selling that night at all. So it wasn't like just my art that wasn't selling. That's one thing. And then the other factor, I think, and the person who invited me into the gallery said, like, look, with the current political situation, with the current financial situation of the country, like, selling art right now is kind of hard. Like, we're not in a lucky time slot for your show, unfortunately. It's been really hard to sell art since the election. So despite not selling a single piece that night, I'm not having the spiral that I think a lot of people experience after like an unsuccessful opening night of a show, because it does not feel like it's anything to do with me. Like, it could not feel less like it has anything to do with me, because I was there and like, people were enjoying my art. They were talking about it. They were complimenting me on it. They were asking questions. I said thank you so many times it stopped feeling like a real like word or phrase. I am really cold right now, so I'm like, and I feel like you can hear it in my voice. It was every like sign of a successful show except for sales, honestly. Yeah, it's a weird little mix of emotions, and I've kind of been like really crashed out since, and really out of it. And then like immediately after, I'm like cat sitting for somebody, and so I'm like really tired and frazzled. I had a good time, had lots of great conversations. I got a very positive reaction, so I'm very encouraged. And I've had some disappointing news as well. I've talked about the mural that I was going to be doing kind of a lot. So it's being put off indefinitely. So it was for like a nonprofit, right? And there's multiple people on the board. So the person, like my contact, if you want to put it that way, in the organization was like, oh my god, we want to do a mural. I know a person, I know an artist. I want this person to do it. And I talked to her about it, and we had like a meeting about it, and I discussed ideas, and we refined our idea, and we were totally on the same page. And it really felt like it was going to happen. Like, we were like, okay, we'll start right after the show. So I was all prepared for that. And then they've taken someone else on the team, and they're doing some, like, literally I got this email yesterday, but they got someone on the team who's doing like branding or marketing or something, and they want to reevaluate the branding and the logo and stuff like that, and the colors that they use. And so they're putting the idea of the mural on hold because they want it to match up with the new colors that they're going to have going forward, and repaint the interior to match those colors, etc., etc. And that makes sense. It makes sense. It's just a little disappointing and almost like draining because I was so mentally prepared for that to happen. I think this is like my biggest problem with working with other people, is that like anytime a plan changes, it's not that I'm like angry, but I get so mentally prepared for the thing that when it doesn't happen, I'm like, okay, so what the fuck do I do now? I don't want this to come across as too negative. Two things can be true at once. It can be totally understandable and still very disappointing, right? Also, I can kind of understand I wasn't the hugest fan of their previous branding's colors either, so they're still open to doing the mural at some point, and they still want me to do it when the time comes. So I'm open to that. They've talked about potentially having some other work done by me, so that's cool. Sooner than the mural, potentially, but I'm just going to... It's easier for me, like, as far as a mental load, if I just pretend that it's not gonna happen until it gets, like, really solidified. Otherwise, I won't be able to let go of the idea, and I'll just waste a lot of mental energy on it, just because it'll make it easier for me to focus on finding other work now. My dad came down to see the show, so he was there, so everybody say a big woohoo to my dad for being cool and flying down from fucking Ohio for, gallery walk. And he brought me a cool gift. This is from my stepmom. She's apparently picked up cross stitch, so she made this. And isn't it cute? It's super, super cute. Won't be able to hear anything, but I'm going out today because I'm having an incredibly shit day. So, headed out, going downtown, gonna see an art thing, and might do some slight fun shopping. I saw some beads I really like at the store, and I might get those. Alright, so today is the 11th. It's so nice that the weather is nice because now I can put you on the windowsill, and it's just like a really good spot for the camera for my phone, because I film the vlogs on my phone. I went out yesterday because I was having an incredibly crap day. I had a terrible day. So I went out yesterday because I heard there was an art thing happening. It turns out this local artist was having like an open discussion thing where you could just walk in and we would all chat about art and about stuff. It was kind of like a guided conversation or something like that. But and I had a really good time. But she had her art book there, and so it's Linda Okazaki, and as you can see from the cover, really cool stuff. My favorite pieces that were being shown were not actually in this book, unfortunately. Yeah, so this is the art book from her 50-year retrospective. So she's been doing art a very long time. There are some really cool photos of her, like, younger as well. in different stages of her life as an artist, and like, you know, she went to France in the 70s. You know, she was in Port Townsend in the 80s, and she's a watercolor artist. Or she works in a lot of mediums, but most of her stuff on the walls was watercolor, although she had some oils up, and I really like the way she does oils. It really reminds me a lot of Van Gogh, just the way the paint, just the way the brush strokes like swirl. But as you can see, really, really phenomenal work. Oh, she also signed it for me, which was so nice of her. Let's see. But on the way down to that, I stopped by the bead store to pick up some beads I saw, because I have been looking for earrings that exact color and like style of bead. And I saw them at the bead store. I was like, well, I guess I'll just make them myself. Look at that color. But yeah, so found these. I think I'm gonna make some earrings today. Just don't know when else I'll have an opportunity to make them. I made these totally on a whim because I thought it would look gorgeous, and they do. They are so beautiful. But what I didn't know when I made them is that quartz is much, much heavier than glass. So these are really heavy. They're so beautiful though. I'm gonna show them to you anyway because they aren't so heavy that you can't put them on. Like, aren't they gorgeous? So I'd love to find some like glass crystal that's similar, maybe a little thinner as well, in like a similar cut to do that, because I really like that. I think it looks really good, but they are uncomfortable after more than a few minutes. So what I'm thinking of, but I'll remove the bottom two, replace it with these, like this. I think that'll be really, really nice. But yeah, that's just what I'm gonna do today. So I'm just in the middle of filming a video for the channel. It's the first time I've done that in a really long time. I don't have the microphone plugged in. It'd be nice if I could film it all today, because honestly, finding time to film where I can really concentrate and not need to worry about or think about other people is kind of hard right now. So, and then I will have 2 videos aside from the vlog, so 3, that are filmed and ready to be edited and put on the channel. So that's cool. That's really, really cool. I don't have my microphone plugged in, so I'm sorry. I had to reschedule my artist talk for the following week. It was supposed to be tomorrow because I talked too much. I could still be sick, maybe, but I'm pretty sure I just lost my voice talking too much, which is kind of annoying. I tried to jump right back into filming, and I don't think that was a great idea.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Corporate Gallery Artist Talk. Tonight we are going to enjoy hearing more about Madden.r.grimes and his beautiful collection that we have back here in the in the gallery.
We're closing in on the end of the month. It's not quite the end of the month yet, but we are closing in on that. I've got to go pick up my art from the gallery on Tuesday. It's Sunday today, so day after tomorrow, which is insane. This month went by so fast. I feel like I just went and hung it up like last week. It really, really feels like it flew by, and honestly, it kind of did. I didn't really do much art. I did poke around in my sketchbook a little bit, but what I actually did a lot of this month, which I don't normally do, I socialized a lot. Like, I saw some family who don't normally get out here, and I've been hanging out with a friend of mine, and I dealt with learning that I now have seasonal allergies sometimes and figuring that out. And then I was taking the allergy medication and it was making me super sleepy and I wasn't getting any work done. Like, I thought I would be able to get a video out yesterday, and I was editing it and I was working on it, but the allergy medication actually made me fall asleep at my desk, and that's not a joke. It's been kind of a lot. The other day, me and a friend of mine went out to a yard sale, and then we also went out thrifting because, well, we were already kind of close by to the Goodwill. So I want to show you what I got, because it's kind of cool. I was at this yard sale, and I was looking around. I didn't really see anything I liked, and then I saw this. It's actually a set of two. They're frog plates, and it was $1 for both of them because they're a set. And they're so cute. I really like frogs. Like, I really like frogs. And they're just the most perfect thing. They've got little butt cheeks. It's kind of crazy. And then after that, we went to a thrift store, a secondhand store, and I got two books. I got this one, almost entirely because of this amazing, like, 60s, 70s style cover. It's awesome. Actually, I read through it, and the advice and instructions and illustrations for sewing all the stuff in here are brilliant. They're actually great. I might make some of these, I don't know, as like gifts or something. This is a brilliant find. Ta-da! It's an absolute classic. It's made by the same guy who did this one, Rendering in Pen and Ink. And that's a very famous book. And I flipped through it, and it's full of a lot of great stuff. How useful I'll find it, I don't know. I'm not much for pencil, but it's still got like good tips in it, and a lot of these would probably work for any kind of sketching anyway. And I got a bag of buttons, and there are some really cool ones in here. I'm not going to show you, but there are some quite cool ones in here. And then there was a jewelry sale happening just out of somebody's house, but it was for charity. It was really hard to decide. But I got these as a gift. I could not get these as a gift for someone because I know someone who has a bearded dragon, and these are precious. And then I got this for myself. It's so nice, and it's so heavy and like cold from all the glass. It's so nice. I love it. And the clasp is like beautiful. And I forgot this, but at the same yard sale where I got the plates, there was this kid with like a booth selling earrings, I think of sea glass that he had found, and then like his mom made them, but he was the one running the booth. It was this like 8-year-old. It was so cute, and my money was the last little chunk of change he needed in order to get 100, and he was like, and now I'm gonna get a $100 bill, because his mom said she would give him a $100 bill if he made $100. And that was super cute. But they're just like this really nice, vibrant green, and I really like them. It was hard to decide between all the different colors because there were some really cool colors. These were so, so cool. Alright, welcome to the end of the studio vlog. I don't have a whole lot to say about this month. I did the gallery show, which makes me feel like I should have a lot to say, but honestly, I was so distracted this entire month that it feels like it's only been a week. It really does feel like I put up the art last week and I took it down yesterday. Yeah, it was a weird time. I was hanging out with a lot of people and cat sitting and figuring out that I have seasonal allergies, and it was weird. It was really, really weird. And I just did not do much in the realm of art or otherwise because I was really strung out. I really didn't do much art. I dabbled in my sketchbook a little bit, and I've been wanting to get back to that. I'm really planning on setting up my desk again to make like finished art again here soon. That'll be really, really fun. I've got like a list of things I want to do next month. I don't have a lot of updates on like knitting because I talked about this earlier. I've kind of hit a slump with the sweater because I need to buy new yarn for it, and I've just like decided not to continue knitting with what I have left of the color I need. I did do some sketchbook stuff. My throat is still a little irritated, and I don't know, it's kind of making it hard for me to be motivated to film. But I have time because I've got a lot of videos to edit. I did this guy, or these guys. They're kind of weird. I like them. I did this page. And I dabbled around here and there, adding tiny things, but nothing major. I'm really determined to get back into my sketchbook next month. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to get done next month, but that's in part due to the fact that I didn't get almost anything done this month. Genuinely it still does not feel like it's been a month. It's going to take a while for me to get over that. But I've got a whole list of things I want to do in May, so I've got like 4 different videos to either film or finish. Most of them I just need to edit. I want to get some sewing done. I've got 2 pairs of pants I really want to do, and I need to decide quickly between the 2 which one I want to do. I want to paint like a finished piece next month because I had to stop kind of early last month in order to get everything framed, so it has been quite a while. And I have ideas that I want to get done. And then there are a couple like business things I want to attend to. I've got a couple places I want to reach out to about maybe having my art there and maybe selling prints there, which would be great because then I wouldn't need to be the one facilitating getting the prints to people. And it'd also be really, really nice to get back into reading, to like have something to kind of center my brain, because while I was preparing for the show, I switched over to audiobooks so I could actually work. And I'm coming up on the end of a long series, and after that I think I'm going to switch back to regular books, so I have some brain completely forgetting about all of the life stressors that are currently happening, both personally and to us, like, as a nation. It's a lot. That's the entirety of the plan. Let's hope I stick to it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I'll see you again next time. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, leave a saucy little comment in the comment section below, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, and the miniature video is coming soon.